A long time ago, in a quiet village called Ekena, there was a strange drum hanging high on an ancient tree in the village square. No one knew who placed it there or how it got there, but the villagers called it the talking drum. People said the drum could speak when someone beat it, but only the bravest person dared to strike it. One day, the village faced a terrible problem. Every night, food from their barns kept disappearing. Everything was gone. The villagers were confused and frightened. Who is stealing our food? They cried, "What will we eat?" The elders of the village gathered under the big tree. One of them, Elder Onu, spoke. "We must ask the talking drum for help. It will tell us what to do." But when they looked around, no one was willing to strike the drum. People whispered to each other. Just then, a boy named Chuka stepped forward. He was only 10 years old, but he was curious and brave. "I will strike the drum," he said. The villagers gasped. "Chuka, you are too young. What if something bad happens?" "I'm not afraid," Chuka said firmly. "If we don't try, we will never solve this misery." That night, everyone gathered around the tree. Chuka climbed up, his small hands trembling just a little. He struck the drum. The sound echoed through the village like thunder. Suddenly, a deep, booming voice came from the drum. "Who dares disturb my slumber?" "It is me, Chuka," the boy replied. His voice was steady. "Our food is being stolen and we need your help." The drum was silent for a moment. Then it spoke again. "Follow the sound of the wind tonight. It will lead you to the thief. But beware, the truth is not what it seems." The villagers were puzzled, but they decided to trust the drum. That night, Chuka and a group of villagers stayed awake. Suddenly, they heard a soft whistling sound. "A wind," Chuka whispered. They followed the sound into the forest, where it grew louder and louder. Soon, they found a hidden cave inside. They saw monkeys dancing and feasting on their stolen food. "It's the monkeys," someone shouted. The villagers were ready to chase the monkeys away, but the largest monkey stepped forward and spoke. "We only took the food because the forest is dry, and we have nothing to eat." Chuka looked at the monkey and said, "We will share our food with you, but you must promise not to steal again." The monkeys agreed, and the villagers returned home, thinking the problem was solved. But the next morning, the food was stolen again. "How can this be?" Chuka exclaimed. "The monkeys promised." The villagers were frustrated. They returned to the talking drum. Once again, Chuka struck it. The drum's voice boomed. "You have seen the shadows, but the real thief hides in the light." What does that mean? Chuka wondered. That night, the villagers decided to hide near the barns to watch. As they waited, they saw something surprising. Elder Onu, one of the village elders, sneaking into the barn with a sack. "It's Elder Onu," the villagers whispered. They followed him and discovered a hidden hut where he had been storing the stolen food to sell in another village. When the villagers confronted him, Elder Onu fell to his knees. "I only did it because I am old and poor. Please forgive me." The villagers were angry, but the other elders promised to punish Elder Onu fairly. The next morning, Chuka went to thank the talking drum, but it was gone. In its place, carved into the tree, were the words, "Bravery and truth will always reveal the hidden." From that day on, the villagers remembered Chuka's courage and learned to look deeper before judging a situation. And as for the talking drum, no one ever saw it again. Moral lesson: the truth is not always what it seems, and it takes courage to uncover it.